they can afford to stay out an extra couple of laps. When the cautions come out later in the race, if they do today, God only knows, then you won't be able to do that.
Here's the stop, Marty.
All the credit in the world to Mike Ford and his team. Never a moment of panic on this team when they did lose the lead on that pit stop last time. It'll be an air pressure adjustment. Also, half a round up on the left rear in wedge. The car got a little too loose there in the sunlight for Denny Hamlin, but no panic at all. Just cruising so far for the 11 team, Adam.
Denny Hamlin lost the lead on the last cycle of green flag pit stops. He was 2.2 seconds behind Montoya when he came down pit road,
and he's going to be more than that's the point I was trying to make. He came in 2.2 seconds, and now he's probably going to be 4.2 seconds ahead of Denny Hamlin if the way these things shake out.
2.2 seconds the difference when the cycle of stops began. Montoya back out in front at Pocono. We're past halfway.
NASCAR.com's ultimate tailgating vehicle is presented in part by Dodge Ram. A 2011 Dodge Ram is pulling the UTV around the country this summer. Just log on to NASCAR.com/UTV to see the travel schedule. Enter for a chance to win this ultimate tailgating machine and be a hero at your next tailgate. Let's give you a racing recap. Remember this? This was Kevin Harvick getting a little nasty with Kyle Busch early on in this race. Drivers figuring out what they needed to do to shift for this first time or not, working with what they had. And Carl Edwards, not a good day for him at all. Edwards heading back to the garage. He would have issues right now. We want to check in with today's Pizza Hut favorite driver. That would be Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson on track. Had an issue on pit road earlier today, but Lindsay, he continues to stay inside the top 5 in the running order. 14.7 seconds. Johnson is behind the leader, Juan Pablo Montoya. And issues for Montoya's teammate, Jamie McMurray. You know, his last green flag stop, he didn't stay out nearly as long as what he had on the 2 runs previous, and now smoke coming from the rear end of the 1 car. So a mechanical issue here for Jamie McMurray. Perhaps some damage for Greg Biffle.
This would not be the first time today. He's been in the wall a couple of times already. Greg's obviously, let's listen here. That's a pretty good slam right there.
You know, but these old cars are tough. These things are not like the Cup stuff that are the old cars that we used to run. You touch a wall like that, knock the rear end housing over a quarter of an inch or more.
Montoya leading Denny Hamlin, 5.3 seconds the advantage at Pocono. .109 of 200 laps complete in the 5-hour Energy 500 at Pocono Raceway. Juan Pablo Montoya, your leader, 4.1 seconds in front of Denny Hamlin. And now we take an inside look at what's happening in the Sprint Cup Series, brought to you by Sprint and Evo 4G, America's first 4G phone. Top speed in the race today? How about Brian Vickers hitting 206 miles per hour?
And that was in pit lane.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
He's been penalized twice for speeding on pit road. Most laps led today. Denny Hamlin, 76 circuits. He has been out front this afternoon. For more NASCAR stats and live in-car audio, you can check out NASCAR Sprint Cup Mobile and the Evo from Sprint at sprint.com/speed. And now we have our 3rd caution of the day. It's for debris. We had 2 in the first 20 laps, and now we've got our first in nearly 100 laps.
Now we're going to reset the fuel mileage for these guys.
Now we start from scratch.
Now we start from scratch. So now it becomes a 90-lap race.
A.J. Allmendinger, who has struggled today, the first car 1 lap down, he will receive the free pass under this caution. And the first recipient of the free pass today, because the first 2 cautions, we didn't have anyone a lap down in those early stages of the race. So Allmendinger, the first to gain that benefit this afternoon. Montoya leads it. He had an advantage of right around 4 seconds when the caution came out. Denny Hamlin, as we showed you a moment ago, dominated this race when it comes to laps led. He is 2nd. Jeff Gordon, Kurt Busch, Jimmy Johnson, the top 5. Casey Kane is 6th. Dale Jr., Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, and Ryan Newman, the top 10. You want to win $1 million? You can do it by going to NASCAR.com/TNT Million. All you got to do is pick the top 10 finishers of one of our TNT races in the correct finishing order, and you'll be in line for $1 million. You have to have your picks in by the 1/4 mark of the race, but you can change them till you get to that first quarter mark, and that's a luxury to have when you're trying to win some cold cash.
I'm out this week already.
You're out? Yeah,
the 99, when the 99 went to the garage area, I'm out. I'm going to say something. That UTV, that ultimate tailgating vehicle, I was in New York with that thing the other day. One of the coolest things I've ever seen. And it's no joke. I mean, it's like got the grill, got the taps, got the ice makers, got the refrigerators, got the flat screen TV, got the satellite dish. It's got it all.
Does it come with a driver?
Look, I just want to park it behind my house and live in it so I don't have to go back in the house.
There are things in life that are overrated. The ultimate tailgating vehicle, absolutely.
If you're a
spot
guy,
on.
if you're a guy,
yeah.
It's a guy thing. It's a guy thing. They did throw in a nice little restroom in case you do have, like, company. You know what I mean?
That's good.
I mean, but most of the guys would just climb up on top and go.
Everyone
like
on
off,
pit
you know
road,
what I mean?
anticipating pit stops here. They will come at lap 112. We told you Montoya is the race leader. Hamlin, Gordon, Kurt Busch, and Jimmy Johnson join him inside the top 5. Casey Kane riding 6th. He'll pit here as well. Ralph?
He told the crew to take a deep breath, get ready. Here he comes. They've only got 13 laps on these tires, but he said the back end is still a little bit loose. They plan on going a half round down on the track bar, Matt.
Getting very dark down toward turn 1. Jeff Gordon noticed that. He stops in his pit box. Gordon says the car getting looser on that run, but the car did not really feel that bad. Didn't want a big change. Marty.
Denny Hamlin, middle of your screen. He said the car's a little bit too tight still. They're going to take 4 tires here. Top of your screen, Juan Pablo Montoya will go 2 tires once again under caution, trying to keep that track position. And once again, Montoya will win the race off pit road. We know how important that track position is, right, guys?
You know, Marty, I understand that, but when you're leading, I don't know if he should have went 2.
Paul Menard joining Montoya as a driver that got 2 tires. He's up to 8th. We'll reset the running order when we return to Pocono.
NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing from Pocono Raceway is brought to you by Sprint, proud sponsor of the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. By Nationwide Insurance. Enter this code at codespotter.com for a chance to win one-of-a-kind NASCAR VIP experiences. By Coca-Cola Classic. Open a Coke and enjoy the race. And by Toyota.
Next Sunday, NASCAR on TNT heads to Michigan. Coverage begins at 12 p.m. Eastern Time with Countdown to Green delivered by Pizza Hut, followed by NASCAR Sprint Cup Racing from Michigan. That's next Sunday afternoon in the Irish Hills. Juan Pablo Montoya had a 2-tire stop at lap 112 under caution. He is the race leader. Jeff Gordon, Denny Hamlin, Kurt Busch, and Casey Kane, the top 5. 114 laps complete here at Pocono.
Air here, try that. They're up a little more in the rears. We can just try it, make sure we're not fooling ourselves coming way down here.
Listening in on Clint Boyer and crew chief Shane Wilson via Inside Tracks on TNT. It's been a bit of a struggle for that race team this weekend. They are 14th in the running order. Dale Earnhardt Jr., not bad. 7th is where he is this afternoon.
Seems like as the race goes, I'm losing a little bit of my competitiveness as we go for whatever reason. If I just need to be loose and just deal with it, I'll just deal with it. I think the track's screwing up though, Junior. It's not just us.
That's why